Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of WP the podcast. I'm Tim Streifler, and my co-host David Blackman is not with us today, but he will be back with us in just a couple of episodes. And today we're going to be talking about actually, we're doing a WordPress plugin highlight. And so before I tell you what the plugin is, let me just give you a little bit of background on our WordPress plugin highlight series. So about once a week or so, we are doing a plugin highlight. Now, we're not going to be talking about plugins like WooCommerce and Yoast and Gravity Form, all the plugins that you already kind of know about and the big major plugins. Instead, the intention of the WordPress plugin highlight series is to talk about the lesser known plugins that maybe you haven't heard of, that maybe do one thing but do it really well. Small but impactful is kind of the plugins that we're looking for, that when you need something to do something specific, it does it, and it's really helpful in a big way. And so that's what this is about. So without further ado, the WordPress plugin that we're going to be highlighting today is a plugin called user switching. So if you have a client site or an e-commerce site or something, and your client or a customer or whoever is saying, hey, I'm not seeing, whatever on the website, I'm logged in, but it's not working. I'm trying to get my invoice, and you're saying it's here, it's not here, or your client saying, hey, how do I change this setting or blah, blah, blah. And you're wondering, well, what are they seeing? What is it that they're looking at? Because you're logged in as an admin, and obviously you have access to everything. And so there's a really cool plugin called user switching that once you install it, you can go to your WordPress users list and click a link that says switch to. So then it will switch to seeing what that user sees. So if they have a separate user role, such as a editor, or they have a customer, subscriber, whatever it may be, you can see what they see. So if you're creating a new e-commerce site, for example, and you want to see what the user is going to see when they're logged into their account. Do they see the admin bar? Are they, after they log in, do they go straight here? So you can see that without having to create a dummy account and have to log out of your admin account, log in, and then once you're done, log out and log back in. You can easily switch between users, and then with one click, you can switch back to your main admin user. So it's super handy plugin. We use it for my company, DivyLife.com, because it's an e-commerce site. We have a lot of customers. And so we'll have customers saying like, hey, I'm seeing this here. Like, how do I do this or whatever? And so I'm always curious what they're seeing, so I can do the user switcher and then switch over. I also have team members that have different levels of access to the site. And so I want to be able to see what they're seeing to make sure that they have the access that they need to do what I've asked them to do, but then not having more access than I want to give them. And so user switcher or user switching plugin is great for that as well. So there's so many different use cases to switch users without having to log in and log out and create a dummy account and all that. So highly recommend it if any of those scenarios is something that you have dealt with before and wanted a way to be able to see what another user with a different role is seeing. So that's it. Super short episode today. Tune in tomorrow. I'm really excited about this episode. We are going to be talking about the basics of SEO for WordPress. So a lot of times we have new users coming, listening, and we mention different things about SEO, and we get a lot of questions about some of the basics of SEO. What is this? What is that? So we're going to be talking about a high-level overview of SEO for WordPress and how it works and how search engines work. And so I'm going to try my best to give a high level overview and keep it as short and condensed as possible, but still be really useful for you. So tune in tomorrow for that. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.